J-Dub background. Were you always in that, or were you converted over like at some point?
Yeah, a little bit later on.
Okay, do you remember what you were before that? Like, were you a religious house or not?
No.
Okay, I was just going to say, I was watching something on TV, like, I was getting ready to go to work yesterday, and I was watching one of those fucking Renault shows, like, those revamping bullshit shows. There's a guy...
Was it The Block?
No, it was an English one. Some English dude, and it was somewhere in England, and he was...
Grand Design, for sure.
Great show. Great show.
I can't remember. No, I don't know if it was Grand Design. I got no idea.
There's Selling Houses UK, there's Grand Design. I watch all that shit.
Oh, they weren't massive mansions or anything.
No. There's Tiny Nation.
It was about a couple...
Grand Designs, man.
It was about a couple that had bought an old church somewhere in fucking... I've Googled it.
And they're decking it out of their house.
They want to turn it into their dream home.
Sounds like Grand Designs.
Grand Design.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But they bought an old Methodist church. It was Methodist.
Yeah.
And so I remember reading about Methodism, like, years ago, but I looked into it again. Like, do you know much about Methodist?
Nope.
There's about 1,000, like, you know when you drive along and there's Church of Christ and there's fucking this church and this church and this church?
Latter-day Saints,
They're
Anglican.
mostly all just spin-offs of, like, the same Pentecostal...
Just with slight variances, right?
Yeah, Church of England. Like, they all just seceded from the Church of England. So, like, Protestants, Anglican. Like, they literally...
And it's always just one little thing they don't agree on.
If you Google, like, say... Like, okay, tell you what, we'll do a little experiment. You get your phone out as well. Google Anglican, right?
Wait, I'm allowed to do stats?
You Google Protestant, and I'll Google Methodist, right?
Protestant.
Yeah.
Not prostate.
Prostate. You're a dickhead.
All right, I've got Anglicanism.
Anglicanism, yeah. What do you got?
Protestantism.
All right, read the first line. You read the first line, Nick.
Anglicanism is a tradition within Christianity comprising the Church of England and churches which are historically tied to it or hold similar beliefs, worship practices and church structure. The word Anglican originates medieval Latin phrase dating to the Magna Carta 1215, which means the English church.
Okay, so basically Anglicanism comes from the Church of England.
Yep.
It's like an offshoot of the Church of England, right? Yep. Okay, you read yours.
Protestant, I actually know about them a little bit because I kind of... Yeah, anyway. Protestantism is a form of Christianity which originated with the Reformation of movement against what its followers considered to be errors in the Roman Catholic Church.
Okay, so it was Roman Catholics that said, you know what, this is not right, something's fucked up, so they started Protestant.
And boy, did the Catholic Church kill them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Methodism, or the Methodist movement, is a group of historically related denominations of Protestant Christianity, which derived their inspiration from the life teachings of John Wesley. George Whitefield and John's brother Charles Wesley were also significant leaders. It originated as a revival within the 18th century Church of England.
So it's just...
They
kind of like...
Same but different.
Kind of follow the Protestants a little bit.
Same but different. But these motherfuckers have got fucking institutions worldwide. And it's literally all the same shit with, like, tiny things like, you know, you look into the theology, right? Like, distinguishing Methodist doctrines include an assurance of salvation. An assurance of salvation. Right?
You will be saved.
Imparted righteousness, the possibility of perfection in love, the works of piety, the primacy of Scripture. Most Methodists teach that Jesus Christ, the Son of God, died for all of humanity, and that salvation is available for all. But then you got, like, Catholics saying, if you're not fucking Catholic, you're going to burn in hell.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's it. Yeah. And that ties in to something that there's a news going on about...
How dumb is that? How dumb are they?
Yeah, there's a thing going on now. Do you see, they're trying to put in laws to make it illegal for priests, if they get a confession from a sex offender, if there's a priest that can't...
They have to
report it. Have you seen that?
They won't tell them. They won't report it.
Like, they're trying to get...
I saw the report for it.
I can see them saying, yeah, okay, but then...
Yeah, see, and this is what a senior Catholic priest, and he's a Jesuit priest as well, CEO of Catholic Social Services Australia, Father Frank Brennan, all right, made the extraordinary claim in response to the report by the Child Abuse Royal Commission. All right, the Child Abuse Royal Commission report recommends a new crime of failure to report child sex abuse in institutions, right? Including when the information came from a religious confession. Mm-hmm. Because the rule of thumb is, if you hear about someone getting abused or know of someone, you need to report it.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Serious crime.
That is like... That's
number one.
You can't fuck around with that. That's it. You know?
What did Brennan have to say about this?
You want to hear? Father Brennan.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Said, while the proposed law was well-intentioned, it would not be effective. What I see is a very well-intentioned attempt by a Royal Commission, which I don't think has much of an understanding of how confession actually works in a Catholic Church.
What's there to understand?
What's there to understand? A dude comes in and says, "Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
I touched a child.
Yeah, right. I killed someone. I coveted thy neighbour's wife.
Well, that's me off to the police station.
That's
Clear cut.
clear cut. All I'm saying, if you look at this cunt, look at his face. He's fucked.
Oh, the
He
dirty,
looks like a kid with
the dirty head on the angle.
Yeah, alleged. Like, look, Father Brennan said. All I'm saying is that if you take away the seal, right, that seal of trust, you will take away the slim possibility that someone may present and confess. So if someone goes into confession thinking that
They're gonna get
told on,
Then they're not going to do it anymore.
yeah,
Yeah.
but they can tell because they're worried about the salvation of their fucking soul.
Yeah.
Father Brennan said that in his 32 years as a priest, he had never had someone present in the confessional to admit to child sex abuse and explained what he would do if that did happen. Now,
Don't do that again, my
we
young
already
boy.
know there's a don't ask, don't tell policy in the Catholic Church
Absolutely.
because there's fucking 100 priests that have been done for child sex offences.
All over the world.
Yeah. Worldwide. There was a movie about it.
It's a network.
There was a movie
It's a
about
fucking
it.
network.
Yeah, right? So we know there's a don't ask, don't tell, right? So don't fuck with us, Mr. Brennan, because he's not my fucking father, right? Don't fuck with us. What I would do is I would say that I cannot give you absolution for your sins unless you show a firm purpose of amendment and give him look at this cunt's face. This cunt. You want to laugh? This guy.
Johnny's face was just like...
He closed his eyes and shook his head.
Disgusting.
Right?
Oh.
What? Look. And given what you and I now know about child sexual abuse, because no one knew that child sexual abuse was bad, what you and I now know, I think it is imperative that you present yourself to the authorities and that you put yourself in because there is no guarantee that you will not reoffend. Unless you are prepared to do that, I will deny you absolution. He said in a response to the hypothetical situation. Right?
So he'll just say, look, man, I can't forgive you.
He'd tell him, I can't give you absolution for your sins. I strongly suggest you unless I have an idea that you're doing everything you can to right this wrong, I can't absolve you of your sins.
But the child has already been
The child's been touched.
victimised.
This guy could just go home and keep doing it.
Kid's already fucked for life.
Kid's already gone.
Oh, you know what?
Forget it.
The guy could just say, "All right, I don't like you anymore, Mr. Brennan. I'm going to go down the road to the next Catholic church and just tell them."
I'm going to go to Mr. Jones.
Yeah,
He'll give me absolution.
yeah. And why not tell him about the child sex abuse thing?
Yeah.
I confessed it in a weaker moment when I wasn't thinking. I thought I could trust you.
Yeah.
As a friend and as an individual. You're telling me you're not going to absolve me of my sins? Yeah, fuck it. I'll just find someone else that will. There are plenty of other fucking religions that will overlook this little minor,
Misdemeanor.
not even a misdemeanor, just something to draw attention. Like, hey, look at it. Like, just don't talk about it anymore. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Don't stress.
And it's not me making this shit up. It's the history of the Catholic Church for the last fucking 80 years.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, dickhead, this Father Brennan, right, what I don't understand is, this is what irritated me about it. It's like, you're talking about child abuse here.
Yeah.
You're talking about child abuse.
The most heinous,
This
horrible.
goes beyond anything the church has to fucking say or guarantee. It's like, dude, this is a fucking crime. It's a crime. There's no room for absolution of his soul. Who gives a fuck about that? This pig needs to be off the streets. Like, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, it's fucked up.
And you think about the flip. Forget child abuse. Imagine if Father Brennan had a child that was killed in front of him by his fucking neighbour, right? The kid keeps kicking a soccer ball over the fence into his neighbour's yard, harassing the guy's dog. The guy snaps, has one too many fucking drafts, comes over, fucking strangles a kid to death, loses it, and Father Brennan witnesses all of it. Is he going to turn to this guy and say, well, I can't absolve you of all your sins. I strongly suggest you go to the police station, you turn yourself in, and if I see you doing that, maybe we can have another conversation about your place in God's land.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, he's going to be screaming for fucking bloody murder and wanting revenge. Forget God, all that goes out the window. Now it's just state, federal fucking prosecution, put this fucking pig behind bars.
Yes.
And that's what pisses me off. All these fucking idiots.
And they're protected. It's so...
All these fucking idiots that cry, like bleeding heart, right? They're fucking bleeding hearts. They come out, it's like, well, they're still human beings. Dude, there was a thing on Julian Knight on TV the other night. I watched it on Monday or something. They did a full just doco on Julian Knight and what happened on Holder Street. The guy was 19. and
When he
there's
did
a
it.
chance that he could be up for parole. They went to court a couple of years ago to put laws in place to prevent him ever coming out. Dude, there's still, like, they were showing the victims, the survivors. There's still a guy with PTSD, man. He fucking, like,
Still
shaking,
super
man.
relevant for people. Still
and in his
fucking
head
people.
is like, just knowing that there's a chance that he could be out. I guess I can't. I guess I have good days and bad, but there's no relief for me at the end of the day. I need to know that I'm not going to run into this cunt out on the street.
And Julian Knight is only 49 years old.
He was 19, man. He was 19 years old when he committed these crimes. Dude, he shot people in cold blood on a street.
Education, Royal Military College, Duntroon.
Yeah, it was a dropout. It was a military dropout. And he was idolising Hitler. And we have to question whether he's allowed out or not. Like, he's been rehabilitated. And you know what? One of the guys on the fucking show, I think it was a copper or I can't remember, he said exactly what we said. He has forfeited his right to live in humanity, to live in society.
Yeah.
And that's what we've said 100 times. Once you fucking once you stop respecting human rights...
Even just one person's, let alone fucking however many people.
Seven people dead.
You forfeit your right to live in society, man, because that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
And that's like clear cut. Like, you fucking killed people in cold blood. You have forfeited your right. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, we'd never, and none of us would ever do that because we just know what's right and wrong.
You don't do that.
This guy obviously just doesn't give a fuck. So,
Yeah.
bad
Dude,
luck.
And you know what pisses me off?
Let's say he's not going to do it again.
Do you know what fucking shits me? And I'm just thinking about this now. Father Brennan, the very progressive and worldly fucking compassionate leader that he...
The well-standing Brennan.
well-standing Brennan, right? If someone confessed child abuse to him, he would tell him, hypothetically, I can't give you absolution, but until I see enough evidence that you're doing the right thing to absolve yourself, like in a civil, not a civil matter, in a normal society sense, you know? Like, until I see that, then I can absolve you of your sins. Like, motherfucker, you should be going to the cops.
Straight up.
And telling them, this motherfucker confessed that he's touching kids in his free time. As a human being, like...
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's a fucking no-brainer, but he puts the cloth and religion in place in front of any responsibility.
Yeah. How dumb.
Dude! Okay, think about it like this, man. Hyper-fucking-thetical, man. You find out that your child is being sexually abused by someone, and then you find out, like, you'd lose your shit.
I kill.
You'd kill.
There'd be no other option.
I kill.
That'd be it. You'd be there with a brick.
Torture and kill.
Yeah, you'd be losing your shit.
I wouldn't care what happens to me.
Nah, you would not care, right?
I would not care.
Imagine if you found out that someone knew about it and didn't do anything.
I'd kill them too.
You'd kill them too. Like, you would go absolutely bananas and you'd be fucking traumatized for the rest of your life. Now imagine the person that didn't fess up or didn't dob anyone in, imagine their excuse for not dobbing in is because they're a religious figure.
You know what I'd do? I'd put a gun to their head and say, tell it to your father.
Yeah, pray to God.
Pray to God.
Yeah.
Get on your knees, pray to God, and then put one between their eyes.
Anything for your... Yeah, what are you going to tell your maker?
Yeah.
Think about it. How fucking... It's not like... Dude,
So twisted.
It'd be one thing. Imagine, like, you know, someone... Let's... You know what? I was going to say, let's take child abuse out of it and let's just say another hypothetical. But no, child abuse is fucking confronting and it's fucking horrific and it's fucking real. How many victims are there of child abuse in Australia right now? Thousands, man.
And they're all fucked.
They're fucked. These people live with PTSD.
They're all dying
forever.
And you know what? Some are dying of drug overdoses. They're killing themselves. They've got families, but they can't function properly. It's a fucking...
Just quickly, I had a mate that was actually abused as a child, and he asked me to go to therapy with him because I was a good mate of his. And the screams that I heard coming out of the therapy room, like I was waiting in the waiting bit, it was horrifying.
Like
dude. It was like a horror movie.
Kind of things.
He was squealing like...
I know, dude. Same thing, man.
Fucks him
I know
up.
someone. I know people that have been abused in the past, man.
I could not believe what I was hearing.
That I witnessed in the coming, like, you know, and this is stuff that happened 20, 30 years ago.
It's one of the worst crimes. It really is.
It stays with you forever.
Yeah, it's...
Right?
Like, you're dead inside.
I was going to say, let's take child abuse out of the equation, just use another hypothetical, but no, fuck it, let's stay on it. Now, if someone protected someone, right, like let's say, you know, kid A got abused by person B, right? Person C knows about it. Okay? Now, let's say the relationship between B and C is like husband and wife, brothers, whatever, and they're just protecting person B. Person C is protecting person B from prosecution.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to see anything happen to their immediate family or whatever, and they're just embarrassed, don't want to fucking leak it, right?
Yep.
So that's why they
keep
neglect
quiet.
to say it.
Yep.
They'll get their comeuppance if it eventually comes up, right? Because if they go to if it gets revealed and someone's prosecuted,
They're liable.
Yeah, they're obstructing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obstructing
they're not doing.
justice.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But can you imagine if person A is still getting abused by person B? Person C is just a priest. Is using religious anonymity.
Yeah.
As the veil of like why they're not. It's like, are you out of your fucking mind?
Insanity.
That's like, seriously. How fucking nuts is that? You wouldn't even question it. You'd be like, you are out of your fucking mind. Father Brennan, you're on trial, motherfucker. Like, why didn't you say anything? Oh,
Not my place.
Yeah. It's like, dude, we go to a doctor and we have that doctor-patient confidentiality clause. They're using religion as a confidentiality clause.
No, that's bullshit.
Religion, which is completely fucking created by man. It's a theoretical fucking thing. It's not concrete evidence of
The hiding behind the wall of religion.
Yeah. It's a veil of fucking bullshit.
It's like 100 different religions.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's just a creation of, like, whatever.
I can tell you how many religions there are.
Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Insanity, man.
And it's just like,
But they get away with it. It's
Jesus Christ, as a human fucking being, your
Enough's
advice,
enough.
yeah, your advice would be, and his only concern is not allowing this offender to have absolution.
Yeah.
That's your only concern? Like, to keep your business end up with the deal? Are you out of your fucking mind?
So
I can't.
There's human lives here just destroyed. I wonder how many cases he's actually heard, and he's just like,
Bullshit.
because this could be
aside.
happening on different other religions too.
Yeah.
Like Catholics.
Oh, yeah, we're not
So
yeah.
no, I'm just saying, like, there's 4,200 religions.
that says it all, really.
That exactly. So how many of them are right?
How can you just say, I'm the right one?
That's right. And 4,200 religions. Like, are you fucking nuts? Like,
Take away the religious aspect, man. If it was just people on a base level.
on a
be
normal
a no-brainer.
humanity, like a normal human would be like, I gotta report this shit. This is fucked.
Yeah.
Terrorist network group, they'd all be fucked.
Oh, man.
Dude.
But they're religion, so it's okay.
And that's what they were saying about Charlottesville, man. The same fucking protest, if it was going down, if it was blacks in the fucking crowd,
Oh, it would've
doing
been
that shit.
dispersed.
Dude, dispersed, Billy Club's National Guard. There was a mad meme that came up on the net. It wasn't a meme, it was just gone viral. There was a picture of all the fucking tiki torch wielders, yeah? And it said, not even a cop. There wasn't
Cops did nothing.
Cops weren't even in sight. Cops were just barricading off the protesters
Yeah.
so they wouldn't get harmed by anti-protesters.
They had the megaphones. Please
Yeah.
stop.
Please disperse. Right?
Stop this.
Yeah, they just had the protesters up. They had the barricades up to protect the protesters from the anti-protesters. That's it. They were getting protected.
Yeah.
Right? And then there was the flip of it. There were Native Americans, indigenous Americans, holding sage and fucking on horses and shit, protesting something else. National Guard was there, man.
Yeah.
National
Yeah.
Guard, tanks, fucking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or if people want to, against, like, the Bilderberg group or something like that,
Yeah.
like some sort of, like,
Yeah, some.
They get, like, sprayed with water cannons and
Yeah,
sound
of
weapons.
course.
Water-
Sound weapons
yeah.
on the ground holding your head.
Yeah.
Ah.
Sonic audio sequence frequencies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
How
just people
fucked up is that?
protesting against, like, tyrannical leaders.
Yeah.
But nah.
Some tax. Dude, if we did anything that was remotely considered violent, anything
it'd be fucked.
anarchist, we'd have, like, how many years jail did we say? 4, up to 7 years,
I think
4
it was,
years?
It was 7
You know what it
years?
was?
Yeah, something like that.
Anything
Yeah.
remotely considered,
Yeah.
like, in the
Out
form
of
of
line.
anarchy and out of line, we go to jail. These motherfuckers are waving tiki torches, right?
Cut it
White
out.
lives-
Come on.
yeah.
Cut it out.
Outright ties to white nationalist groups like Ku Klux Klan and Nazi Americans that are steeped in violence with racist, not just overtones, but racist agenda.
Yeah.
Not even a single cop was fucking doing shit.
It was declared a state of emergency, but cops did nothing.
I think no one rocked up.
They were literally standing there. I saw the clips
Yeah.
with the megaphone.
Maybe,
fucking
you
wrong
know
is that?
why? Because they probably had the same views. A lot of them probably had the same views.
Yeah, deep down. It's
Deep
like,
down,
go
like,
get them,
they still got
boys.
They got the off, like they got the uniform on, but deep down they're probably like, the
Yeah,
leader
like-
would have been like, hold,
Just rubbing their hands
hold.
together. Yeah.
That priest shit really pissed
Yeah.
me off when I read it, man.
Oh, man.
You fucking serious, man?
Just so smug, and it's just like, yeah, we can get away with it.
How can you fucking hold a how?
Good idea, Royal Commission, but nah, we're right.
Dude, also, you know what it got me thinking about as well? The gay marriage plebiscite. Have you seen it? Have you been reading into it? What's it going to cost? I keep seeing, like, it's going to be a waste of money, but
Is that for here?
yeah, the postal vote for gay marriage. Have you looked into it?
No, I haven't.
It's been popping up a bit. It's meant to happen. It's meant to start, like, we're meant to get the letters.
The gay marriage plebiscite would cost Australia $525 million.
Yeah, I kind of look at that as the same.
520, that's $500 million. And what would that involve? Sending a postal vote out?
Some papers.
There's contrary things here. One place is saying 525, and then someone, like another So news.com are fucking retarded, yeah? Because they're such a shit network. I'm saying it right now, I don't give a fuck. Come get me.
We always say
Just write anything.
Dude, one article they've got, right, is 525, and then another article from news.com, same fucking thing, on the same day, right? Same-sex marriage postal plebiscite, 122 million.
Either
That's
way.
a big fucking difference. It's not like saying 525 to 505 or, you know, thereabouts. That's a $400 million difference, man.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, still too much money either way and too much attention put on it.
What's it going to involve? Literally just a postal vote, right?
Yeah.
I had a gay friend message me the other day, and I'll read you the message. Yeah, because it hasn't been in the foreground of, like, you know, everything. Like, I haven't been thinking about it. Hang on. I got a text, and here's what it said. All right.
That was the biggest thing for the longest time, though, like the gay marriage debate.
Yeah.
Overtook ISIS.
Yeah, and then we forgot about it.
Yeah.
We forgot about it. Because Tony Abbott's sister's gay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Why make a big thing about it? Just let them do what they want to fucking do.
All the politicians with dual citizenship now?
Yeah, oh, forget it.
Barnaby
That's
and
all.
fucking, like...
They're all getting thrown out, man.
They're all having to renounce citizenship in, like, other countries.
Yeah.
They're fucking retards, man. Dude, I got a message from a friend who's gay saying postal vote bullshit on gay marriage. I'm voting no. Fuck it, the general public isn't allowed to decide on who I can and can't marry.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Right? And I thought about it, right? Because we've always been pro-gay marriage, right? Like, just fucking do it and let it be done. Who cares, right? And I thought about it, like, my first thing was, yeah, I'll vote yes, right? When it comes. And then I thought about
Who
it.
am I to decide?
Yeah, I read the message. I'm like, wait a minute, she's fucking right. Well, who am I to say whether John and John can get fucking married?
What's it to me?
Why is it my call? Like, why is it this redneck's call to say yes or no? Like, does it make sense?
Yeah.
And I thought, wait a second, imagine if it was flipped. Imagine if it, not flipped, but imagine this scenario. We're voting to allow black people to get married.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. Or Muslims to get married.
Yeah.
You know, would you leave it to the general public to decide? No, that's a no-brainer
Exactly.
given. Let them fucking do whatever they want.
Human right?
Yeah. It's a human right.
What difference does it fucking make anyway?
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I thought, I'm like, yeah, that's right. I'm not going to fucking vote. Why would I vote? This is a no-brainer. This should be just done because we live in society in 2017.
Why is it even a thing?
Exactly.
Why
It
is it a
shouldn't even
thing?
be a topic of discussion.
Why is it a thing?
Yeah. Yeah. It should, like...
Yeah. You wouldn't... It's like, oh, I'm going to vote to allow Asian people to get food.
Yeah, exactly. That's how stupid is that?
Should Asian people be allowed to eat food in Australia? What do you think?
Yeah.
And then you got old Bill in fucking Doveton.
Well, actually,
I don't think they deserve that. No, we can't have that.
Taking food off my plate.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Exactly. Because Bill would have had the same fucking thing with the gay marriage thing.
Yeah.
I haven't really thought about it that way, but it's so true. It's so dumb.
Bill, do you believe, you know, men, do you believe that homosexuals should have the right to marry?
No,
because then they're going to set an example, and then my son's going to turn like that.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I don't fucking agree with that. Like, what do you mean?
It just keeps people arguing.
Yeah.
Like, just shut the fuck up and let them do what they fucking want.
Yeah.
That's the kind of government we
wouldn't
need.
argue, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, why would it be left to a postal vote for fucking the general public?
Which is...
You dumb
And we've got nothing to do with it. Like...
All that's doing, in my opinion, is just causing more tension and more...
Absolutely it is. Because what they said is it's causing the bigots to have more of a platform now.
Yes.
To...
It's like bicker among yourselves now instead of just saying, let humans be humans, do what they fucking want.
This is what my mate said. I go, no to what? A public vote on the issue. Because I didn't even think about it. Because democracy and the ABS get to decide who I can marry. LOL. The same clowns who manage the census, doomed from the beginning.
Yeah.
And then they said, please vote no or vote for yourself. And then, I said, where do I vote? She said, it'll come to you in your mailbox. Should gays marry, we'll ask. Just rip it up, clean your windows with it. I don't care. Just don't fucking thing. I think basic human rights should not be a postal vote. It's a waste of money and only going to cause more of a shit stir and hatred.
It's true.
Okay, so if the government is making it a thing and they are causing this tension, maybe it falls upon gays to just go, fuck it, who cares if we get married or not?
No, why?
Because,
they should care. Why should they should care?
Because the government's going to do that anyway, because they're cunts.
But we put the government in place, dude. We create the government. We vote the government in. It's a democracy, man. We live in Australia. We have a right to our fucking voice. Gays shouldn't just... that's like saying, you know what? Yeah, blacks are slaves. Yeah, just fuck it. Let's just be slaves.
It's a little bit different because it's just marriage. Like, it's just like...
No, it's not just marriage, dude. Marriage is one of the highest institutions. Dude, I'm not even a fucking... But dude, this guy got fucking married. He chose to get married.
And it's a big thing, man.
Am I going to tell this cunt his marriage is irrelevant? Or like, you could do without it?
No, because that's already legal. But because the government is being...
So what? It's legal in every other part of the world.
I don't mean to sound insensitive. All I'm saying is, like, the government's going to do this anyway. So maybe they should just say, fuck it, like, who cares?
No, there is no fuck it, who cares? Because the second you do that, you know what happens? You have things like slavery. You have things like fucking Ku Klux Klan members walking around, toting guns, acting like they fucking own the joint. Do you know what? If people just said, fuck it, who cares? I wouldn't even be here today. I wouldn't have the fucking name I have. I wouldn't have the tat on my chest. I wouldn't be proud of my fucking heritage. If the Greeks fucking fought for 400 years, held mystery schools to keep their fucking identity going. They could have easily just said, fuck it, who cares? We'll ride this one out and see what happens. Fuck no.
Our existence would have been shot to pieces.
Exactly.
Gone.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like...
No, but it's part... Marriage, like I said, man...
It's not as big of an issue. Like, it's just...
Marriage isn't a big issue. Really?
To me, it's not. I don't know.
Because you're not gay and you're not married.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I'm saying.
Well, he could be gay.
It's the whole racist agenda thing again, right? And
it came out wrong. I didn't mean to sound insensitive. I'm just saying, like, something has to give.
I see where you're coming
something
from.
has to give because they're not going to change.
Yeah.
No, but that's the thing. They need to change because.
So we're going to go ahead with the postal vote, and it's going to continue to go on, and it's going to be.
But that's what I'm saying, dude. Nothing is going to change is unacceptable. Not in Australia, where we're a fucking democratic, progressive Western country.
So what do we do?
If it was North Korea, then I'd understand that. Nothing's going to change. You know why? Because North Korea is a tiny little fucking island, right? It's a tiny little nation, and they've got where the ruler and his deceased father and grandfather are the fucking be-all and end-all of all time. Like that cult persona and that cult personality, like if you read into North Korea, man, like I've said it before, if you read into it, like you kept saying, like, you didn't understand why these people are just following through with it, right? They are literally raised like soldiers to the point where they have no freedom, they have no choice, and they fear, literally, if they go against the government, if they go against their supreme leader, his title is supreme leader. If North Koreans fear that if anyone gets an inkling of dissent, they're fucked. They'll be killed, their families will be wiped off the face of the earth, they'll be tortured, terrible shit will happen to them. As long as they go along, Kim Jong-un is going to look after them. Like the same way with God. The fear of God, man. It's the same fucking way. Your religious leader will tell you, like, like Catholics, like the fucking Bible and end-all, Hail Mary, fire and brimstone religions. The full fucking merciless religions, right? Not any of this Pentecostal shit, nothing that's progressive in New Age. We're talking old school orthodoxy shit, right? Greeks are the same. Orthodox are exactly the same. If you don't fucking go the way we tell you to go,
you're dead.
You're fucked.
Yeah.
You'll be fucked, ostracized from your community, and when you die, you'll be burning in the pit of hell for the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing, dude.
Now let me give you some countries.
I think they should be allowed to get married. It's human right. Like,
let me give you some countries.
But like,
did they have a vote? No.
Ireland.
They just listen to these countries, right? That have actually legalized. They just said, you know what? Yeah, go for it.
It's like, the government's literally turned around and said, go do it. They turned around. The government's literally had a sandwich.
Not the people.
Not the people.
The government's gone, you know what? Do it. Go for it.
You're right. It's like,
you should have that right.
It's like, why we still got this law? Yeah, you're right. Fuck, fix it up. We'll do it tomorrow,
Argentina.
They're not doing any harm to anything.
Argentina, Belgium, Brazil, Canada, Colombia, Denmark, man. They got royals. Finland, France, Iceland, Ireland, Luxembourg, Mexico, Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, Portugal, South Africa, Spain, Sweden, the United Kingdom, and the United States, and Uruguay have all legalised. They've gone, you know what? Do what you want.
Yeah, it's like, why haven't we already enacted this? Like, this should have been done like a couple of years ago. Who got the memo out of the last meeting?
So the United Kingdom, the United States, and Canada, and countries like this have already legalised and said, yeah, just go.
They're not even just countries like that, man. Like Colombia, some of the most dangerous places in the world.
Colombia, Argentina, South America, man, Brazil.
Hard nut Roman Catholic countries.
And they've gone, you know what? Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Just do it. You should have the right. Look, go for it.
Yeah, fuck, we've got other shit to worry about. That's it.
South Africa, man.
Yeah, they were in apartheid like fucking 30 years ago.
Yeah. But now they've gone, you know what? Do what you want. That's fine. Like, don't stress.
Yeah, who did you leave off that list, man? Russia,
Australia.
China, Australia.
And North Korea.
Yeah. Russia, China, Australia, North Korea, Turkey. You know what I mean?
Maybe Guam.
Somalia.
Yeah.
So we are literally in those ranks.
Yeah, we are in the presence
And I'm guessing Arab countries, right, as well?
But that's a whole kettle of fish.
Yeah, but
that's a different
hard
kettle of
nut
fish.
Middle East. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they're
That's a whole different
if they're
kettle of fish.
considered medieval, you know what I mean?
They're not changing their ways at all.
I mean, like, I'm not saying they are medieval. I'm just saying if they're considered medieval mindsets compared to,
yeah,
like,
but
say, the West.
even if you come out as gay in those countries, you'll get killed.
Yeah, you
which
get
is
killed.
a different mindset.
Dude, you got a lot of scaling back to do there. Like,
Yeah.
you got a lot of undoing. It's not just a matter of walking in saying, "Oh,
But we're talking like
progressive Western
countries.
nations."
Yeah.
New Zealand has legalised it. Like, man, it's fine. What are you talking
Go
about?
for it.
Yeah, so all I'm saying is, if our government's going to do it anyway, like if I was gay and I wanted to get married, and I saw that my government was just going to draw this out and make it a bickering thing, maybe as a gay person I'd just say, okay, fuck it, let's just not worry about
No,
getting
and I'm
married.
saying to you,
we can still be together.
You know what that brings it to you? You and your pasty white French Gully upbringing, man, where you're completely complacent, you don't actually give a fuck, and it's like, yeah, okay, I don't care. The title itself doesn't mean shit.
But like your friend said,
No, not at all, man. Like
your friend said, she's going to say no. No.
Yeah, she's
Like,
gay and she's going to say no. She's not going to vote.
Why should my redneck neighbour
have any more say over what I fucking do?
Why I should do in my personal life?
Am I subhuman? Am I a subclass of species? This is a human right. This is a human fucking right.
no, like that's what I'm saying. I like that mindset of your friend because she's just like,
yeah,
fuck
but
it.
that's what I'm saying. It's
That's
not a
all
matter
I'm
of-
saying.
No, but you can't just say, "Oh, fuck it, let's just do it anyway." It doesn't work like that, man. Because it's a human fucking right. It's literally like if you were black and we had to vote for the right to water. Like, why would I fucking vote? Yes, everyone should just say yes. Black people have a right to water.
But it's not our call.
It's not our fucking call. It's not his call or their call. It's a human fucking right.
I know. I'm just thinking there's different levels. You know?
No. There is no different levels. Do you know why, man? Because it's not a means to an end. Human rights should not be a means to an end and go through the proper channels.
Okay, then. So we'll just keep fighting it, and it's just going to keep going.
It should just be fucking done as a form of respect and a form of we've fucking acknowledged the fact that gay people are normal. Gay people are fucking normal people. They're not fucking...
It'd be the same thing if roles were reversed and gay people were able to get married but straight people were not.
Yeah.
And would be like, why should they decide whether we can get married or not?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying.
That's what it comes down
That's
to.
what it
Like,
feels
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But
I'm
you
not
can't-
saying anything harsh
No.
or mean.
I understand what you're saying because you think it's just a means to an end.
I'm just saying something has to give.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
What I'm saying is,
Yeah.
you're...
let's not bother about getting married. If the government's going to be a cunt, let's just not worry about it.
I understand exactly
Let's just
what
be
you're
together
saying.
but not get
Dude,
married. I'm not being an asshole.
No, I understand what you're saying because it's just a means to an end. If that's how it's going to be, but you know what? The government can't just be a cunt because we're talking about a human right. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
We're not talking
understand.
about Cheerios or Fruit Loops or
Dude,
fucking
even at
Frosted
work
Flakes.
now, we still do commitment ceremonies. We do all that still. But
Just
you can-
because.
because
yeah.
you know why? Because that's their right. And they should be able to have it legalised because they have the commitment ceremony and it's just like any other normal fucking wedding I see.
I
not-
totally agree
dude,
with it.
it's
But
not-
is the government going to change?
But they have to. The government has... That's the point, Johnny.
What happens if the vote says no?
If the vote says no, then it'll be fucking anarchy and we're going to look like the laughing stock to the rest of the world again.
Yeah.
That's the point, dude.
Yeah.
The government has to say...
So-
It's not up to the government to say, all right, people, you guys can decide.
No.
It's about... Have the fucking balls
Yeah.
to just make a statement and say, we declare equal rights to everyone that lives under our fucking flag.
Yeah, that's how it should
Because
be.
if you don't, you're literally Kim Jong-un, you're literally
Yeah.
fucking Putin, you're literally all these other dictators.
You're fucking, what's his name that runs his country?
Yeah. You're literally putting Kim Jong-un, Putin, and fucking Turnbull in the same fucking breath.
Yeah.
Here are three dumb cunts. You know what? It's different. I'm not even putting him in the same breath. Turnbull is the biggest dickless cunt on the planet. Do you know why? Because Kim Jong-un has the balls to say, this is what goes, I say this is how it goes, and that's the final straw.
Same with Putin.
Turnbull hasn't got the balls to turn on all these fucking, what are they called? Conservatives.
Yeah, and say, look,
right? That back him, like Abbott. Abbott's saying, no, there isn't going to be no marriage. What? Your sister's gay. Show some fucking
compassion
and empathy and respect to your fucking sibling, you dickhead. Yeah. Now, that's how fucking fried Abbott is, who's a massive conservative,
A crime should be him wearing those red fucking Speedos.
Yeah, exactly. Turnbull hasn't got the balls to just draw a line in the sand.
You know what?
And say, you know what?
What balls do you need? Like, you're not going to be...
but he doesn't want to lose the conservative backers. To save face, it's a little sneak attack. To save face, he's putting it to the people. He's like, it's not my decision to make. It's everyone else's.
Which is wrong.
No, you dickhead. We're not talking about should Australia enter the next Olympics. You know, should Australia set up? We want to host the Olympics in 2028 or whatever, right?
Should Australia have clean running water? We go live. The vote's coming in.
It shouldn't be that. Not for something like this.
It shouldn't be, dude. All I'm saying is, if it's like. Yeah, if it's going to be a thing, maybe just take it upon yourself to say, okay, let's, for the better good of everyone and all this bickering, let's just not worry about it.
There's no reason why gay people, anyone, for the better of good, for the better of anyone else, there's no reason why they should take a fucking hit and deny themselves civil fucking rights.
They shouldn't. But
they shouldn't. That's it. They shouldn't. There is no but, dude. Because this isn't like... Dude, we've prattled on about this. Look,
so what's the end game? Like,
the end game is to get government to pull their fucking finger out, show some fucking balls and backbone, and just do what's fucking right.
But they're not. They're putting it to the people.
Exactly.
Which
and
is degrading.
Which is the weak way out.
Which is more degrading to the people.
It's up to the people to remove fucking government.
Yeah.
That's the point. Like those dickheads in the States that said to all the anti-Trump supporters or protesters that said, if you don't like the president in America, pick a country where you like the president and go there. Dude, the president does not supersede the fucking people. The people put the president in.
Yeah,
if the people do not like the president or the fucking dictator or anything, you get him the fuck out.
Yeah, but you know what? You try and protest now, and like we said, you get supersonic weaponed or fucking...
That's my point, dude. It just shows a big fucking rift and a big fucking hypocrisy and a big contrast to how liberated we think we are in the Western world, when in reality, we're going to have fucking hands tied, man. We do not think a human right like marriage should be put on the chopping board and fucking let the general riffraff rabble and fucking rednecks, ice users and fucking degenerates have an opinion on, when it's a fucking human right the way water is a human fucking right. We do not think that. At the same time, we can't voice our opinion any more than we have now, because if we go out and protest, we get fucking shot. And that's the whole point. Anyone that sits here and backs our fucking government like, oh, they're doing what's right and blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up, Madge. Like, you got no fucking idea.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand. It's just me coming from a different angle. Like, what has to give?
Your different angle would mean anyone that is for fucking marriage, which is a fucking human right, and like I said, we're not... This isn't up for debate. It's a fucking right. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a right. It's like water, like oxygen. You can't waterboard a fucking terrorist suspect because you're fucking his human rights. But you're going to deny people fucking marriage? Why? Because they prefer something different to you? That's not fucking right. But we've got fucking sex offenders confessing to priests, and priests are using the veil of religion to protect them. Not report them, not do anything to absolve themselves of what they've found out. They're putting the trust back on the individual who's that fucked up to go out and touch a kid. They're putting faith in the individual to go do the right thing and turn themselves in.
It's twisted.
Are you out of your that's where their priorities lie. Are you out of your fucking mind?
It's fucking twisted, man.
Understand what I'm saying?
I understand, man. I get both angles. I'm just saying.
There is no... But that's what I'm saying, dude. You can't just say, because that would mean you're accepting the dick in the ass. And not because you asked for it, but because you have no fucking choice.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's like, nah, forget that.
Yeah.
Dude, that's why Greeks fucking died. That's why so many Greeks have fucking died in the past. Because, like, I'm not going to fucking call myself something that I am not. I'm not going to stand for something that I do not believe in just because you're telling me to. I would sooner fucking die than live under your fucking rule. Do you understand?
That ain't going to happen here, though.
No, it won't.
Not with the police state we have.
People love The Bachelor too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
One of the best lines in history is to the Greeks and stuff was, I know it said it in the movie, but it wasn't in the actual movie, like it's actually a quote, saying, go back to your commander or whatever and tell him free men live here. Like, there's no fucking, like, fuck off.
Yeah.
All right? We do what we want. Like, go back, and whoever your fucking person is, tell them that free men lie here, man. That's it. That's it.
Joe, that's all I'm saying, man. Because we're not.
But you can see what I'm saying, right?
I understand what you're saying.
It's like,
but that would
people are going to get hurt, but they're not going to be like, they're not going to die, like if they can't get married. Do you know what I mean?
No, but it's
like it's still horrible.
It's insolting, dude.
It is. It's totally insulting. You're saying I can't do what I want.
It's decreeing.
It is
that they're less of, and their fate, their life choices, their destiny lies in the hands of fucking any idiot redneck out there.
Reg, fridge mechanic,
Reg and fucking Madge.
Yeah.
It lies in their hands.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, it's not right.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, dude. In order to just sit there and take it would mean that you're accepting the fact that you're subhuman. It's like,
so they should scrap the whole vote thing. There's
no fucking vote, man.
I know.
It's bullshit.
I mean, you know deep down you're not subhuman. The government's just a cunt, so
but
whatever.
You know what you are, but someone else is saying that. Well, dude, that's the difference between standing up for something that you believe in and just being complacent and saying, yeah, whatever, I don't care.
Revolution!
And I'm serious.
Yeah, man.
That's the fucking difference. And you know what, man? As a fucking Greek, because I was raised on all this history shit. Like when I was a kid, I'd read about, the War of Independence, what we had to survive through the Ottoman occupancy and all that sort of shit. And when Greeks aren't the only ones that have gone through oppression.
A lot, mate. Armenians and fucking...
the Armenian genocide.
Dude, that was massive.
Which is still like, dude, the Turkish
that still runs deep.
The Turkish rule still fucking deny the Armenian genocide. Like,
but their genocide was massive.
Yeah, man. It was huge. Kurds that just get wiped off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
You ever going to tell a Palestinian that he's not a Palestinian? They should just shut up and let, Israel take over the rest of Gaza?
No, of course not.
But that's what I'm saying, dude.
But it's not like we're going to kill any gay people. Like,
that's not the point, but you're still not allowing them a civil fucking right.
I know. I know.
If you know that, then you would know, then you'd understand. You can't just say, okay, whatever, until next time, let's just deal with it. Like, no.
If you don't know, now you know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's just another idea. Like, let's just be the bigger people and just fuck the government what they say until they come around.
And that's the difference. That is the key difference. The key difference between the blacks that got killed or beaten to death trying to get their fucking civil rights recognised. That's the key difference between Rosa Parks, who sat down at the fucking front of the bus.
The thing.
Because whites only ride at the front of the bus. She said, nah, fuck this. I'm sitting where I fucking want to sit. That's the key difference between everyone that sat where they want to sit on a fucking bus, used whatever restroom they want to use, where it said whites only, blacks only. After Rosa Parks sat down on the fucking bus, there was a boycott of the bus service by African Americans, man, for years, until they finally lifted it. That's the key difference between Rosa Parks and those fucking tiki torch motherfuckers that think by getting a tiki torch and standing around a statue, they're changing the course of humanity. You're out of your fucking mind. You are out of your fucking mind. All this political shit, all this PC crap, like the fucking hipsters that complain about the tyranny of fucking commercialism and the tyranny and don't
give me started on hipsters.
Yeah, like all these fucking hipsters, dude. All these vegan fuckwits, right? That talk about, I don't fucking eat meat because of the cruelty to animals. I fucking fight mass corporation, blah, 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 blah. It's like, dude, you have a fucking iPhone, and you have leather shoes, and you spend $100 every fortnight on glamming yourself up. Are you serious?
Yeah.
You think you are a revolutionary sort of fucking cult figure now? Well, you think you're a hippie? You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You're part of the commercial pipeline. You have a phone that you get apps on for $3 a pop. You download off iTunes. Like
you listen to Gaga from Sony Entertainment.
Yeah.
You listen to all these,
You have Netflix and Stan. You use dating sites where you fucking pay money. You get a Starbucks coffee for $5.75.
Yeah.
Epitomes of commercialism and fucking marketing propaganda. But you're going to tell me that you're a vegan and the plight of animals? Like I said, I said it on one of the first podcasts ever, man, that we did. I said all these fucking stupid ethical vegetarians that don't use You know, they have hemp pants because, you know, leather fucking belts are made from the back of fucking animals.
Yeah,
all right, dickhead. But your fucking iPhone was made in a warehouse
by 6-year-olds.
By 6-year-olds getting paid 10 cents a day, working 18 hours a day in a fucking factory that had animals on it, that on the land, and they raised the fucking animals, burnt the land, and built a fucking warehouse so you can get your Netflix on demand.
Dumbasses that just want attention, man.
But that's what I'm saying, man. These fucking entitled pricks.
Yeah.
It's like, did you not know the first thing?
Spoiled, just
no idea. Did you not know the first thing about standing on a fucking picket ready to die for your fucking cause? Because you'd rather die than live as a fucking slave or under someone else's thumb. You do not know the first fucking thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I don't agree with the fact that the government can throw us in prison if we cause civil unrest. Anything that is determined or construed as civil unrest. All right, that's fucked. People have a right to their fucking opinion, right? As fucked up as their opinion may be, you have a right to your opinion, and you have the right to protest if you don't agree with the government. All right, I don't agree with that. That's bullshit. You should not have that taken away from you. You should not be penalised for protesting against something you do not believe in.
But it is.
All right, but it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like that's what I'm saying. Like people are willing. Like that's the thing. I would go and protest on shit to the full fucking extent. But I like my freedom. I know that if I get locked up, I'm fucked. Mm-hmm. I'm fucked. Mm-hmm. I've got people relying on me right now to keep working because that's all I've got. You know what I mean? I need to fucking do this. You wouldn't want to get yourself locked up because it means your little girl's going to go without fucking another paycheck for food. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? In the back of your mind, you got all these overheads that you think of that are stopping you.
Yeah.
All right? And that's what stops us half the time from fucking acting out or speaking out. That's why we have the podcast so we can fucking rant about all our shit and get it out.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But man, fuck, we're talking about human rights here. We're talking about civil fucking, we're talking about, like oxygen. And like I said, man, I'm not fucking married. I'm not married. I haven't thought about getting married. Yeah, the first time, when I think about getting married, I just think about what I have to pay for a fucking ring and a ceremony. It's like, ugh, didn't even think about that. Like, fuck that. I've got more important shit to worry about, like my fucking tooth that I need a root canal for. And I'm going to pay for that. That's my fucking priority. Right? But if it's someone's right to fucking get married, it's a human fucking right. Who's going to leave it to fucking Jeff in Doveton to cast his fucking hat into the ring and say, yeah, I don't fucking agree with that? Get fucked, dickhead. I didn't agree when Jeff married fucking Cheryl. Dude, I didn't agree when Jeff married fucking Cheryl. They pumped out 3-4 kids, got divorced after 11 years, and now he's costing the fucking taxpayers, you know, X dollars every year when he collects a settling check for this fucking welfare. I don't fucking agree with that. There are 100 fucking junkies that take the piss out of marriage. Dude, death do us part, get fucked. So how is it any more relevant now than it was back then to protect it from homosexuals because they're going to destroy the sanctity of marriage?
Dumb.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what shits me. It's all these fucking conservatives, all these fucking uneducated rednecks that don't have anyone. There is no fucking ethnic minority in their fucking mix of friends. They've not been exposed to anything outside of their pub and their fucking VBs and their, you know, footy show on Sunday mornings. But they're going to have the balls to say, yeah, I don't fucking believe that. And then the government's going to say, well, Jeff and Cheryl don't agree with the sanctity of marriage being left to be diluted by homosexuals. Meanwhile, Jeff and Cheryl's marriage fucking ended like 20 years ago after a week.
In a loveless marriage.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
So, as a gay person wanting to get married, wouldn't it be a better option to say, let's not do it if it's going to come down to fucking Reg and Marge's fucking...
That's what I'm saying. That's the whole point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're saying don't fucking vote.
That's all I'm saying.
Don't vote. It's a stupid thing to be voting on.
I actually just won't vote. I'll just throw the paper
I'm not voting.
Like, whatever.
So what does your friend think? Like, so is she willing to accept that?
No, she said do not fucking vote.
So what's her answer to her getting married?
Don't vote. Force the fucking government to just put a law in and say we can. Because
is that going to happen? Because they already said they're not going to do that.
That's what I'm saying. Let them say whatever they want. It's just going to get them kicked out. It's just going to get them kicked out. The next fucking election, it's either going to cause anarchy or they're going to get themselves kicked out if it's done democratically. Dude, fucking, what's his name? Shorten.
Yeah.
So would your friend be happy for it to go to anarchy?
Fuck oath.
Yeah?
I reckon any gay person would. Because it's a human right we're talking about. We're not talking about fucking, you know,
You know what? Like
neighbours
you said,
or home and away.
the next government that comes in will
The
legalise
next government, like the apology to the Aborigines.
Yep.
How did fucking Rudd? Not Rudd. Rudd. Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin 07.
Kevin 07. How did he get in? One of his first election promises was to apologise to the Aborigines for the stolen generation
And he
all
did.
that.
And he did
As
it.
A landmark fucking thing from the government, an official recognition of what was done, how fucked up it was, and we acknowledge it in our past, just as a point of moving on.
Yeah.
Right? Like we've always talked about, what do Aboriginal Australians want, right? In order to make things equal here, a big step was fucking acknowledging the fact that you were raped and pillaged for how many years? Drew the line in the sand, said enough's enough. The Australian government recognises the Aboriginal fucking landowners of this country. We recognise the genocide. We recognise the rape and pillage. We recognise all that. We're fucking sorry. Can we start putting in the steps for reconciliation now? Mm-hmm. And Rudd won. That was a big point.
But he did it.
But he fucking did it within weeks.
Yeah. He did it within
days. He put it out and said, we're doing this.
You know what? I said it. I'm going to do it.
I'm doing it.
No messing about.
Pollies go back on their election promises all the fucking time. Dude, if Shorten comes out at the next election, like, if the government fucks this plebiscite up, they're going to waste money, time, piss off a lot of people, right?
That's all I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah,
let's just hold out until someone with a fucking rational mind comes along.
Shorten now is thinking, I'm going to legalise it.
Shorten doesn't give a fuck about the Conservatives that are going to say, we can't legalise it.
He'll come out and be like, here's the document.
Here's the fucking document. As soon as I'm put into power, bang, I'm signing it. And that's what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
But that's the point, dude. Like, if the plebiscite goes ahead, it's going to waste time, it's going to waste money.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
And it's going to just show complete ignorance, complete and indifference from the fucking government.
Yeah.
And if I was gay, man, I would fucking be livid. I would be fucking furious because my fucking rights are being ignored.
Yeah.
I'm being, like, you know what? Your rights are up. They're up in the air. Like, we'll figure it. We'll let the general public, the uneducated general public, decide what your human rights are.
Yeah.
They get fucked.
Yeah. I'd probably be pissed off too, but it's like, we're not going to get anywhere with this cunt, so let's just hold out until fucking someone with a rational mind comes along.
But you're still going to make your voice heard, man. You can't just
Well, they have.
You can't just fold your hands and just wait. All right, let's just ride this out.
Yeah, but the voice has been heard, man. Like, it's fucking, like, a lot. Like,
but that's my point.
Bombarded with it.
Well,
but it still hasn't changed anything.
I'm not arguing that it hasn't been heard. What I'm saying is the government's fucked.
Yeah.
Even making it an issue.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole point.
So as a gay person, recognise that your government is fucked, they're idiots, let's wait till someone with a rational mind comes along. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but you're still going to make yourself fucking heard.
Yeah.
That's my point. Like, you still need to make yourself heard, otherwise the issue's just going to go nowhere. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but they have. They've definitely achieved that, because fucking it was in the news 24/7.
Dude, I can't. Like, it boggles. Like, I didn't think we'd fucking rant on about it for this long. Like, it came up and I thought, yeah, it is something. But then I started thinking about it more and more over the week, and it just started getting me angry, man. Like, this is fucked. How much money? Whether it's 100 million or 500 million.
500.
That's a lot of money, dude.
It's a lot of money, man.
Considering countries like fucking Colombia
have legalised it.
They've legalized without even thinking about it. They just flick the switch. Like, yeah, it's fine.
New Zealand, Canada, United Kingdom, Brazil. Like,
I can't.
Yeah. Spain.
I can't.
France.
It's France, man.
Yeah.
They banned the hijab.
Denmark, Finland, Iceland.
Yeah.
Scandinavia.
These countries said, France banned the hijab, man.
But they legalised their marriage.
Like, what's the reasoning? It's just so dumb. Like, just to be cunts.
Well, look it up. Look up what Abbott's fucking reasoning is for holding out on gay marriage. He's a conservative. He's a conservative whose own sister is gay. His own sister is gay, dude. What an insult.
Can you imagine slapping her in the face?
Can you imagine that Christmas dinner?
Oh, it'd be awkward as fuck.
Seriously. Would you go?
She'd be eating the chicken, just looking at him.
Yeah.
Going.
Yeah. Really?
Does she want to get married?
Yes.
She does?
Yes.
Okay.
Dude, what gay person wouldn't want to fucking get married to someone they love?
Oh, I think it'd be like...
And even if they didn't want to get married, they still should have the right.
Yeah, the right is yours.
To do it. Like same with... I'm a straight person, but I've got the right to get married or stay single. They should have the same. There's not even a...
We don't persecute people on their fucking religion. It's against the law to persecute people on their religion.
That's right.
Yeah, so why would it be legal to withhold on sexuality?
That's stupid.
It's fucking dumb. What's Abbott's fucking thing? Tell me you found something.
Sorry, I was just typing and we started talking.
You can't multitask, dude. Yeah, don't worry.
And you want to be the stats man?
I know, man. Yeah,
5, 4, 3, 2.
Gay marriage. Dude, I'm going to get it.
Johnny, you're nowhere,
Here we
man.
go,
Why?
.gov.
Why I will say no to
He
same-sex
went on
marriage.
.gov.
I've already got it, dude. Here, Australian. I got an article out of the Australian. Done. Finished. I've got it. Do you want me to read it?
I've got it here too. Key issue.
What do you got, Johnny?
The right to marry is the one significant difference between the legal treatment of same-sex and heterosexual relationships in Australia. Although same-sex marriage remains controversial, there has been a shift in community and political opinion, and the issue is likely to be on the new Parliament's agenda. That's all I got.
You're fucked. I've got the whole fucking article here, man. This is from the Australian. What's the date today? This is from yesterday. I've got an article from Abbott from yesterday. Same-sex marriage is a tough issue. It divides families. It splits political parties. Often enough, it tears at individuals too. Not really. He's such a fucking muppet, man. It was definitely rending the Liberal Party in mid-2015 between those sure that the institution at the heart of our society must not be redefined to suit a politically correct minority and those worried that our stance was unfair and standing in the way of history. We needed to find a way forward that would not just decide the issue but would reconcile the public with the result. The conclusion I came to, and that Malcolm Turnbull has respected, was that a plebiscite was most likely to reassure people that their views had been taken seriously and the outcome was fair. No, it doesn't. By wiping your hands of something and throwing it to the masses, like, yeah, you can't sort it out.
How does that show leadership?
It belittles, it literally ridicules and makes light of what we're actually dealing with. Talking about fucking a person's human right. Like, you're literally declaring this person is less than.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not fair. Listen to this. It was least likely to produce ongoing acrimony for those who could back their individual judgment against a vote for the whole people. After all, it's marriage that creates families that make up communities, and communities that build our nation. So what are you saying? That gay people can't have families, couldn't have a contemporary fucking family, and be part of a community?
No, you can adopt.
But, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, what's being gay? Like, on such an issue, where change
biologically you can't.
imaginable to our constitutional
Biologically, you can't have a kid together.
Of course they can.
Yeah.
No, not together, but one could be a donor to, and someone could be a carrier.
Yeah.
So,
but biologically, those two people, But,
but that doesn't constitute family.
no, it doesn't.
Dude, us three could move into a house together and just become family.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I fucking married him
this
up. Forget that, man.
3 ways every night, boys. Oh, yeah.
Dude, when I married this guy off to his missus, it wasn't done with a religious sealing of approval. As in, I didn't fucking pay a church. We didn't tip off a fucking rabbi. But by default, I became family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's our new
It's signed
that's
off.
a nucleus.
That's signed off.
That's a nucleus now as a family. 250 people saw it happen. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's no religion fucking tying any of that in.
At all. We didn't want
None
anything
of us.
religious in it.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
No fucking Father Brennan was standing over it saying, yes, I approve of this, I give it a seal. Get fucked, dickhead. Who are you to fucking tell me who's part of my
fiddler.
family or not?
Yeah.
Exactly, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get fucked. Anyway, hang on. Please. Now that the vote looks like going ahead, the challenge is to have a debate that takes seriously the ramifications of changing something that is so central to the way we live. Ramifications. The world has fucking done it, but Australia is going to suffer ramifications from changing the marriage thing. Really? Like, dude, is Ireland falling apart? Is New Zealand,
Dude, nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed. Is New Zealand literally, like, our neighbours across the pond?
You know what? United States have legalized gay marriage. You know what's ruined? Trump has ruined it.
Trump has ruined it. Do you know what I mean?
Like,
this is a politician. This is a guy that served as our prime minister. How fucking dumb does this sound? Like, dude, are you listening to yourself?
Has anything happened to Spain? Have they got into war? Have they?
Yeah,
Have
the economy,
the Spanish Armada?
the economy just collapsed, because of gay marriage.
If anything, the economy would go up.
Yeah, because everyone's starting to buy fucking marriage certificates. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't think of any way
Dude,
it would cause a problem.
Can you imagine Tony Abbott?
They're just
right?
more friendly, basically.
Remember
and
this,
happy-
Dude, like, honestly.
Tony Abbott served as our prime minister at one point.
What
the
a
top
hack,
job
man.
in this country. Can you imagine Tony Abbott at like a party and you ask him for his opinion? He starts ranting on about this. He's like,
Shiv him, man.
Go home, mate. You're fucking drunk. Like, you're embarrassing yourself. Just shut up.
I've only had a glass
Seriously.
of wine.
Yeah, with his glass of wine, he's just red ears. You know what I mean? Just sit down, mate. Go, just be
See,
quiet.
did we just launch from the other side of the room, just headbutt him?
Yeah, but just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Right? Please. Look at this. It's hard. Look, listen to this shit. It's a pity that the advocates of change haven't finalised what they think are fair protections for freedom of religion and freedom of speech in an era of same-sex marriage, because it's hard to be sure about something without knowing exactly what it may entail. There are fucking 24 countries.
Oh, the wrath of God, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Forgetting about the wrath of God.
24 countries across the world, plus in some of the most horrifically dangerous and oppressed states that have okayed it, and they're fine. But, you know, we don't know what could happen in Australia. Do you know what I mean? Because it's a whole kettle of different fish. Gay married people here, oh my God.
Like, how would it affect you and me? It wouldn't affect me one fucking bit.
Shit.
It'll bring the wrath of God upon our
Another
country.
disappointment is the tone of so much of the same-sex marriage advocacy. If polls are right, most support change, so the plebiscite should be a way of reassuring people that it won't strain the social fabric. Instead, the activists have insisted that the general public can't be trusted to have a sensible debate and make a considered decision. The general public should not be making decisions on human rights. Why? Because they're the general public. If they weren't the general public, they'd be in government.
This is not Family Feud, man.
Yeah, exactly.
This is not Grand Dean. You're fucking lining up. We've taken a poll from the 100 viewers in our studio.
Eddie McGuire, just, can I go to the audience for this one?
Sorry, Eddie, can I go to the audience?
Yeah. This is these are people's lives we're talking about. Human rights. And you know, it's a Family Feud. You got fucking Tom, Martha, Stuart, and Jane. Tom turns to Martha. What do you think? I think yes. Jane says no. Stuart says maybe. Then the guy in the front says something completely fucking different. Doesn't listen to anyone. And it's wrong.
Yeah.
Why go to
Why go to the audience?
Dude,
we are the audience.
Last week, one very senior Labor senator attacked the Prime Minister for allegedly exposing her children to hatred because of their family circumstances. It is not homophobic to maintain that, ideally, children should have both a mother and a father. How's that not homophobic? Oh, my God.
It's pretty homophobic.
You're telling me a woman can't be a father figure for someone?
Dude, I grew up in a single...
Yeah, exactly. That's a slap in the face.
My mother raised me and my sisters as a single mother.
As long as they're two loving people.
And I turned out
as long as there are loving parents and fucking people in their lives.
Wait a second. So what are they saying? A single parent's better than two parents?
That's what
or vice versa?
That's what Abbott believes. Dude, for me, look at this.
Ask the thousands of struggling single mothers out there.
I fear much moral bullying in the weeks to come, invariably from those demanding change. You dumb cunt. For me, voting no will not be a criticism of gay friends and family members. It won't be an assertion that there's only one right way to live your life or to express your love. Rather, it will be an affirmation that the things that matter should not lightly be changed and that marriage is different from other relationships.
Can I just say he full on just made no sense?
Yeah.
He made no fucking sense at all.
Marriage is different from other relationships. So you're saying that gay people can't have a sense of love or respect the way a heterosexual couple would in a marriage?
Are they robots?
Dude, the divorce rate's down to 50%. Are you serious? So you're saying that only heterosexuals can respect the sanctity of marriage. Gay people would just completely, indiscriminately...
Disregard
it and disrespect... Are you out of your fucking mind? This cunt is fucked. Like, outright, man. Hang on.
His sister is gay.
Ask yourself what is the most decent and respectful thing to do. It is to endorse this change that the gay lobby is stridently insisting on, or is it to question whether a few years' agitation should unmake a concept of marriage that has stood for many centuries and has always been regarded as the rock on which society is built? You are out of your fucking mind. This guy is on the fucking hams, man.
The old school mentality, dude.
Ask yourself what's more likely to maintain respect for
Not
marriage and to reinforce the notions of constancy and selflessness that sustain all lasting relationships. An ongoing recognition of that marriage is a union of one man with one woman, preferably for life and usually dedicated to children, or changing marriage so that it can mean any two people who love each other. You're out of your mind. Are you saying that a man and a woman who get married, their union is of one for life and dedicated to children, but if it's gay people, their lives won't be about life and children?
It's a different thing.
It's a whole different thing. Marriage is about unity between two people. It's not about what their life is going to stand for.
Yeah.
Does that mean that, like, my uncle and auntie who have no children, they don't love each other?
I think really, probably in his mentality, it goes back to like the Bible, right?
Yeah,
Marriage is between a man and a woman.
Thankfully, censoriousness towards gay people has long gone. I admire the courage of those who battle discrimination and worse to establish the equal rights and dignity of all people, regardless of race, gender, religion or sexuality.
I just don't think they should get married.
I am grateful for the decency of gay friends, such as Christopher Pearson, who have deepened my understanding of the human condition. It's not a condition! It's not a condition like it's a fucking disease! It's
It is
a
what it is.
personality trait.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I'll go for Carlton. He might go for Collingwood.
Yeah.
It's that kind
it's
of...
not a condition.
Man, in the animal world, some animals are just
Of course they are.
gay.
Dude, like, the human condition.
You told me your dog might be gay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just... It's
not a condition like
you
it's
go to
an
the doctor to get
illness.
diagnosed.
And these cunts fuck.
You've been diagnosed with the gay.
How can they allow...
You just reminded me of my hectic day when you
And
said
know
my
what the
dog.
thing is, dude? Abbott's not even relevant. He's not even relevant anymore.
Yeah, no,
So he's throwing his...
It's the old mentality.
I'm baffled by the claim that gay relationships are somehow diminished without the badge of marriage. Unmarried people are not lesser humans than married ones. Couples with children are not greater than those without. Same-sex partnerships are not lesser than opposite-sex ones. They're just different. Okay, then allow them to have the same fucking rights. He's only contradicting himself.
Yeah, he's fucked himself up.
I can kind of see what he's saying there. Like, if you're with someone, like...
It should have,
Do you know why it's
okay,
only
then take away marriage as an entity.
That's right.
Yeah.
Then if homosexuals can't be married, then why should heterosexuals be married?
Yeah.
What he's doing there is diminishing... In one breath, he's making marriage to be this sanctimonious, like... You can't fuck with it because it stands for men and women and children and life partnership, whereas... gay people want to reduce that to just anyone can love each other. So anyone can fucking love each other. If I want to love Jeff or if I want to love Brett, it doesn't matter. It's my choice. But what he's saying is, in one breath, he's saying now it's all sanctimonious and all like, sacred.
Jeff and Brett, hey?
Sacred. But then
Jeffrey
he's
and
saying,
Bradley.
but I'm not saying that, gay people.
Brettles.
Gay people's love is any less relevant. It's just different. Okay, then in that breath you have to say, allow the different people to have the same fucking rights.
Yeah.
Everyone should fucking post the last hour of our fucking podcast.
Yep.
Just as here is the fucking skinny of it, you dumb fucks. If you disagree, you're clearly a fucking moron who's archaic. Go back to your fucking Roman Catholic Church and wait in line to get the wafer from the kiddly fiddler who's harbouring 100 other kiddly fiddlers, man. Get this. There's the last breath. I'm not going to give you much more time, man. We Australians are an easygoing and open-hearted people. Our tendency is to take people as we find them and give them the benefit of the doubt. We hate injustice and yearn to help everyone who's
Another
doing it
contradiction.
tough. But that doesn't make it right to acquire... What? I can't even pronounce that word. In every request or to accommodate on every demand. This isn't every request or every demand. We're not asking for a tax for gay people. We're just asking for marriage. Of course, there's always been
Just
an
a bit of
honour.
paper. They're saying these two are united.
Of course, there's always been an honour in marriage beyond that of other relationships. By all means, let's find means to solemnise same-sex commitments and impose on them the demanding mutual obligations that spouses undertake. Like gay people are all just willy-nilly and have no idea what marriage is just because you're gay. It's like, no, it's just a... You know what I mean? It's like a phone cover. You know what I mean?
If they're going to be together anyway and love each other,
Dude.
then what difference if there's a bit of paper involved?
But I doubt
And
that's
like a
what
union,
most
like a legal
activists
union.
have in mind.
What does
To
it matter?
them, listen to how fucking ridiculous it is. To them, I suspect it's about status rather than responsibilities. So you're saying heterosexual couples totally adhere to responsibilities of marriage. But homosexual couples would just take it like, yeah, we're married, but we're still, the fucking locker society's just gone.
I've got a theory.
Yeah.
Abbott's closet gay.
No, he's
Raging.
He's a raging homo.
I reckon. No
He's gonna-
joke.
you know what he's gonna be like?
That's not a
He's
joke.
He's
gonna
going to
be-
deny his own feelings.
He's going to be like Vito in The Sopranos
Yeah.
when he gets outed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's afraid he's going to lose everything he stands for.
Yeah.
He's going to make all these stupid things
Yeah.
until they find him with a pole up his ass,
Yeah.
man. The best
a sex
claim,
swing.
Dude,
Sex swing
the
with a
best
pole.
claim for same-sex marriage is that it will reinforce stable and committed relationships. In New Zealand, though, where civil unions have been allowed for more than a decade and same-sex marriage since 2013, the marriage rate has been in the same slow, steady decline as elsewhere in the West. So it's hard to avoid the conclusion that broadening marriage weakens it. Just because people aren't choosing to get married anymore doesn't mean that it makes it any less relevant. Like, oh, look, even, they legalised it in New Zealand, so, people aren't getting married as much anyway, so who cares? It's like, you're an idiot. People aren't choosing to get married anymore. Big deal. But it doesn't mean that people shouldn't have the fucking right to get married. You know what I mean? People aren't smoking in the same numbers that they were. It doesn't mean that you should take away someone's right to smoke. It's a fucking dickhead. Dude,
I mean, they're not harming anyone.
look, given all the other pressures on us right now, is that what we really want?
Fuck
I
out
want
of
to
that.
kick the fuck out of this idiot. I seriously, it's painful.
Fuck
to know,
out of it, man.
fuck him. To
Fuck
know that this idiot has served in Parliament and has represented us on a global scale. Dude, we all could write a much more coherent thesis
Absolutely, man.
on, say, gay marriage. We've just ranted about it for nearly an hour, and there's logic in what we're saying. Logic and consideration across the board. This idiot who gets paid to finger himself every day gets approached to write an article in The Australian, and this is what he comes up with. He contradicts himself at every fucking turn and makes himself look no more than just a fucking closeted bigot who has no respect for anyone else other than what the Bible says, which isn't the be-all and end-all of fucking society.
Old mentality.
Oh, I'm tired, man. I'm legitimately tired.
So how was your hectic day?
Well, my car parking is about to run out in 2 minutes.
All right, well, then there's no...
I'll call it here.
I'll save it for next week.
Oh, you little bitch.
Something to do with my dog.
Sparky. Is that your dog's name?
Spunky.
Ah, Spunky.
That dog.
So gay.
Dog is
Spunky.
gay. Yeah,
Spunky should have a right.
next week, we're going to have a commitment ceremony
Yeah.
for the dog.
It's it. I'll bring my dog Jasper.
Just marry him off.
Jasper and Spunky. My one's the male.
I can't. I'm actually tired, man. I haven't stopped talking for like an hour.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thanks everyone. You know what? I really think once this gets edited, I really think people should share it.
At least this part here, because it's quite important.
Oh, this will be in part B, so it'll be nice and easy to fucking share. But honestly, if you feel anything towards gay marriage, as whatever, I honestly urge everyone to share it. I know, like, we get shares every week regardless, but
this is quite important. This is
fucking
important. This is important.
And I meant no insensitivity at all by what I said.
No, you're a Klansman. That's fine.
Just... all I'm saying is, like, the government's a cunt, so just fuck them, but whatever.
Yeah.
It should be alright.
It should be alright.
We're dealing with old mentality and starchy old fucking whatever.
Because it's not your right, that's not right.
That's not right.
Shorten is so going to get in, man, just because of these idiots.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots. I hope it goes through to no, and then it'll just be fucking riots, man. We'll be the laughing stock of the fucking world.
But I don't want that shit, man. More bullshit. Like,
I know. But, dude, it's like the world's looking at Trump right now and saying, the world is looking at Charlottesville and thinking, you fucking dumb cunts. Yeah. The world is laughing. Like, what is wrong with you people?
Yeah. Anyway,
all right, just call it, man.
Leverage out!